Alright, what's up guys? How's it going? Welcome to 1 month later once again. This is the first Saturday of May. So we're going to be talking comics. We're going to be talking Nightwing, Radiant Black, and Non-Stop Spider-Man. If we want to talk any further, we're going to do Flash, Batman, Spider-Man, and Noctera for sure. But other than that, we're going to get started. I'm your host, Manny, from Manny Reads Comics. You know, check that guy out from Instagram or something, you know. Just throwing that out there. But what do y'all? So y'all want to start off with Radiant Black?
Start off on Happy Easter to all the Orthodox people out there.
All right, Carlos, go ahead. Start it off. Nightwing. Anything from 79 and below.
For Nightwing?
Yeah.
Yo, so I gotta say, I haven't been collecting or keeping up with DC for a while now, and Nightwing was a title that I decided that I wanted to be my jumping back on point to DC, especially because it's Tom Taylor. I love Tom Taylor. I think that all of us here, and at 1 month later, we have a high regard for Tom Taylor. So I had to jump on it, and issue 78 opens up with Dick wanting to change the way that he does things as Nightwing, right? And he ends up getting a letter from Alfred letting him know that he's basically left him all of the money that he's acquired during the time that he was with Bruce, and the wealth that he acquired from his investments, and just being overall responsible, and leaving him a heartfelt note that he basically viewed Dick as his son. And that whole time and all of those panels that you see Dick just reading that letter from Alfred, man, it got me, man. You know,
Was I the only one that had a tear in my eye for that?
no, dude, like it got me, and I went back to read the storyline where Alfred dies, solely to get even a better context for that scene. And I went back and I read it again, and man, it hit. I loved that Barbara was in issue 78. I feel like throughout history, her and Dick have had a special connection, as family, as partners, potential love interest at times. So it was great that Taylor's opening issue on the run had Barbara as a supporting cast member. Also, I have to say that I love Nightwing's new sidekick, Bitewing.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as Bitewing.
It's cute, man. It's cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, I'm really interested and excited that we got introduced. From my understanding, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but Tony Zuko's daughter. This is her first appearance, right? She's never been introduced before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her first appearance.
Yeah. What's crazy enough is that I get a vibe that she's not completely evil for some reason.
To tell you the truth, I have a feeling that she wants to team up with Dick, like not Nightwing in general, but like I feel like they're making it seem like, oh, she wants to get revenge for her dad dying from Dick and whatever, but it's gonna be more of a, like, I want to apologize for my father or something.
That's the feeling that I'm getting as well, and that's why I'm like really intrigued to see where the storyline is gonna go. Yeah. But 78, it had great pacing. It made me care about Dick and about his state of mind, and nothing major even happened really. Other than him taking down the guys that were tormenting Bitewing, Haley now as she's come to
secret identity.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing major happened, but the dialogue, the overall pacing, it was great. And I gotta give it up to Bruno Redondo's art, man. Opening issue, I mean, just beautiful. The facial expressions that he's able to depict, fire. I mean, great. The layouts are amazing, and his art is just so dynamic. It really is, and the colors, the coloring work. I can't remember the name of the colorist, but that colorist is doing an amazing job. Some of the best color work that I've seen recently. Um, so that was issue 78. I enjoyed it. It was a great introduction, and then issue 79, same thing. Continues with where Dick feels that his place is in the world and what he wants to do, not so much as Nightwing, but as Dick Grayson, and how he wants to use his wealth to, basically provide a better living conditions for the people of Bloodhaven and how to get rid of crime. And what I like is that we've seen Bruce attempt to do that. Most recently during the New 52 run, when he wanted to, pretty much bring change to the Narrows and Gotham. But that storyline never went anywhere, and we've seen Bruce try to do that multiple times. But it's going to be interesting, and I'm excited to see how Dick is going to handle having money and using that to help people. Because I feel like Dick is filled with more hope, and he's filled with more, I guess, human connection than Bruce is. So I think that that's going to provide a pretty interesting story. And again, nothing major happened in 79, but just the character interactions between him and Barbara were amazing. And we get a little bit more insight into who Tony Zuko's daughter is and what her role is gonna be. But again, I'm getting that feeling that she's actually gonna be, if not an outright friend to Nightwing, at least some kind of a, I guess, some kind of a, I don't know, maybe like an anti-hero, potentially.
Could be like the enemy of my enemy, kind of sort of thing.
Yeah, kind of, So I'm excited for that. And Bruno Redondo's art only gets better in issue 79. Again, just it's extremely dynamic. That one splash page where Dick kicks off a building and he, uses his staffs to swing across. Man, that splash page was amazing. But yeah, man, overall issue 70 and 79, I'm loving them. I think that the character work is great, the pacing is great, the art is great, and I look forward to the next issues. Oh, and the new villain that was introduced. That it is a new villain, right? The guy that is
Heartless.
Yeah, Heartless. He's new, right?
Pretty sure he's new. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure I've been seeing some stuff of like 79 is the cameo appearance of Heartless, and then
gotcha.
80 will be the full appearance.
Yeah, I mean, dude looks crazy, just taking out people's hearts. So excited to see what the backstory is on that. Why he's named Heartless and why he specifically targets people and their hearts, and also why he goes after essentially homeless people, or people that are poor. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be all about. But so far, great, man. Collectively, I want to give 78 and 79 a solid 4.5 out of 5. The one small thing that kind of bothered me a bit, but maybe there's an explanation and there's backstory that I've missed in the past, is that Dick and Barbara knew each other when they were younger, and that they went to the same school, and that they had interactions together.
Yeah.
I don't think that has ever been referenced in the history of Batman. But if that's the case, I don't know. I find it a little weird that when she ended up becoming Batgirl and he ended up becoming Robin or Nightwing, that it was never referenced. It was never like, hey, we went to school together. How crazy it is that we're also.
But didn't they go? I think he's Nightwing while they're at school, aren't they?
Huh?
He's Robin as they're in school, for
he's
sure.
He's Robin while they're at school, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I just don't remember them, going to the same school and meeting before she became Batgirl and having those kinds of
Yeah, I don't think they've ever mentioned that. No,
yeah.
no. I'm just trying to think about it because it does make sense because Bruce would have sent him there because he's got money.
Yeah,
It's a private school, isn't it? Is it a private school? Yeah.
Yeah, and so that just kind of threw me off. But hey, it could be some kind of retcon, or it could just be something that was never talked about. But it was just a little jarring for me. That's all.
I didn't like it either, honestly.
You know, so I gave it a ding just because of that. But it's a small issue.
She wouldn't have been Batgirl then, would she?
At that point, no.
At that point, no. So yeah, because she first became Batgirl when she was in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
From what I remember.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she met Dick as Robin, but like it was like the farther side, like when he's just about to become Nightwing.
Nightwing,
yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah.
That's what I remember, but either way, though.
So Tom Taylor has a method to his madness all the time, so I'm sure something's going to be about the schools.
And honestly, it doesn't derail the story in any shape or form. It's just something that I noticed and yeah.
I gotta say that the Tom Taylor love in this group is too much. I'm gonna start hating on him just so I can drop down the average. Like it's not good. It's not,
we got a comic festival here in about 3 weeks. Supernova. They're going to announce announcements for people as of next week. They said they got a big announcement, which is going to be my boy Tom Taylor because he comes every year. So I'm going to be riding up to his table with about 30 books to sign, I think.
And a little request to show up on
my issue set. My Nightwing one has came in time. I haven't got the recent Nightwing, but I'm happy my last Nightwing came in time.
And Carlos was saying that one's going up in price, so 78.
Is it? Because I seen you on your Instagram. You had it CGC, did you, Carlos?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I actually pre-ordered it. And it was graded through CDCS. But I pre-ordered it before it even hit the stands. Because it was like $35 for me to get it at a guaranteed 9.8. And at that point, again,
it's not bad. Yeah.
It hadn't released or anything. But at that price, man, I said why not? And I love the cover.
It was $35 graded.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
That shit. You need to let me know when they drop books like that. I'm always buying any books something like $30, $40 graded. Like I've never seen that. Damn.
Yeah, man. A lot of times, if you pre-order issues like a good amount ahead of time from retailers, they give some pretty crazy prices because they send so many books sometimes to get graded that they have like retailer discounts and bulk discount. So I just ended up getting it because again I love the cover. It was Tom Taylor. It was a good price, man.
Right on the website.
Yeah, it was a great price, and it would have cost me more to get the book and send it in myself to get grading.
That's what I'm saying. That shit makes no sense.
Yeah, fucking why not? You know what I mean? So I bought it, and the regular issues now online or at retailers, they're going for like $15-20, man. And the ones that are below $20, they're starting to dry up. So, yeah. But yeah,
I'm glad you brought up Alfred because even now it's like when I read Batman, anytime that he's in the Batcave and someone talks like behind him or anything like that, I always assume it's Alfred and he's talking to him, and then like with 106. It was Ghostmaker talking to him, and I was like, man, like it just hurts. I'm like, then I gotta like take a step back and just be like, Alfred's gone. Yeah. So,
question.
Like,
two-part question. Do you think they will ever bring Alfred back?
Yes.
And the second part of the question is, do you want them to bring him back?
No. I want them to wait at least, man, minimum five years for them to bring him back.
I was gonna say 5 years.
Would it be just reboot and pretend it never happened, or they're gonna have a way to bring? How do you bring him back?
They're gonna reboot. You know comics. It's
if not a reboot. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a little tangent, and I know that Robin just came out. Who's read Robin, by the way?
I wanted to get it, but I didn't get it. But now hearing from you guys, I want to get it.
Dude,
you guys are costing me too much bloody money.
So, alright, so, never mind. Scratch what I...
No, man, go, don't.
Say it.
I don't care about spoilers. Go, man, because I probably won't read it. Go.
Manny, you're gonna read it, though, right?
I'm gonna read it, but I mean, it's the number one. It's fine. It's no big deal.
Okay. If Manny hasn't heard a different story. Me, I don't care. Manny, different story.
So
I'm saying I don't care.
I'm not saying that this is where the storyline is going, but I feel that if they do bring Alfred,
wait, stop. Let me guess, because I saw something.
Pit.
It's gonna be Lazarus Pit, and he's gonna try to bring. No. I don't want
They
that.
got the Lazarus Pit. That's their bloody plan B to bring people back.
That right there is a no for me. Like I don't.
But
he's gonna be like a Court of Owls character or some shit.
But this is the thing though. I enjoyed the hell out of Robin because of how they're going about the Lazarus Pit. It's not the traditional way, so I'm giving them some rope. But the first year of Robin was absolutely amazing. It was strong. Now, when it comes to characters dying, my cutoff for when it is acceptable is about 5 years. Anything below that, depending on the storyline, and also depending on how they died, because sometimes when characters die, you're like, that was not earned, that was bullshit, and it was done just for the sake of either shock or either for the sake of adding I don't know, weight to the story, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
When it's something like that, then I don't mind if that character gets brought back a lot sooner.
It's kind of like Roy Harper right now. Like
I don't know what's going on with that, but
that's from Heroes in Crisis. Roy just dies because Wally freaked out.
Oh, that yeah. I read about that.
Yeah.
Shit like that where it's just done from like again
shock value. Yeah.
I don't mind it because again fans collectively agree that that was bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So if it's less than 5 years with that, I'm good. But if it's an earned death that really adds to the emotional weight of a story, you gotta give it time, man, so that you can miss the character, and so that you can see the characters that are affected by that death go through either some kind of growth, some kind of change, or some kind of I don't know, a different outlook, I guess, based on.
I just feel that, like how you said, to be affected by it, I feel Nightwing was more affected by it than Batman. And you think Batman would be more affected by it?
I mean, Batman's also seen a lot of death in his time. I would say. I think the guy that should be most affected, honestly, is Damian. He was right there facing it. It's his fault. Like.
And if once you guys read Robin, fuck man, it at the expense of sounding corny, there's some beautiful fucking moments in Robin,
okay,
man.
That's good. I'm excited about that.
There's some heartfelt moments where I was like, damn.
Yeah. I didn't expect that from Robin, honestly. I didn't expect any heartfelt moments.
Dude, yeah, man. I know that we're not reviewing Robin yet, but when we do end up reviewing it, I have a lot to say about the issue, and I'm sure that you guys will have a lot to say about it as well. But anyways, that's enough for me on 78, 79. Who else read Nightwing? Has read Nightwing?
I read 78 with the.
I read 78. I read 79.
Nuno, what do you got for 78, man?
Pretty much what you said, but I will say something. It's like a remake. Like I've seen this story maybe 2-3 times already.
Do I gotta mute you? Do I gotta mute you real quick?
And I enjoy it and stuff, but I just read 78, and it's cool and everything. But I just feel like I just seen this story not 100 times. Let's not exaggerate, but I actually seen kind of panel per panel a few times already play out like that. So. Like you guys said, I hope it takes a different direction and he doesn't just get brought back. And I mean, damn, I don't know. Like, I wish I could like it like crazy, but I'm with it. I want to see the direction go. But I just kind of been seeing this story a few times, so I guess we get to see another version of it. But Robin, one I read, I like it, dog. Like I like it. I hope they don't do the Lazarus Pit, man.
Yeah.
I'm watching the HBO Max, and there's a few of those animated series, and like when Red Hood, like Killing in a Family. Yeah, man, I don't want to see it, man. They go crazy, and the only way I see it is if they make Alfred a bad guy, and he takes on the mantle of like somebody big, like a Hush, a Court of the Owls, or something, anti-Batman or something. Like you couldn't do it, I'm gonna do it better now. You know.
If they make Alfred a villain in any sort of way,
They
oh
will.
my god,
Watch him pull off like a Talon suit, like he just take the suit off or something.
I'll be done with DC.
You mean
He is special forces. I mean, he is still special forces.
You mean if he goes like full out Thomas Wayne, the only way to take down evil is to fucking kill everybody?
Yeah.
Kind of thing?
And like basically instead of stepping back from Batman, how he has been for all these years, he might tell him like, you've been doing this all wrong. You've been getting people killed. I just been sitting back and watching till I got killed. Now I'm gonna show you how it's done. So I'm almost positive.
That's what Red Hood's already. That's Red Hood. That's what Red Hood done when he.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but what story did Alfred leave a letter for Batman? I mean, so we're already reading another story too. You know what I mean? So why not tie something else in there, but add a little more folklore, like a different folklore, like Alfred's now not the Red Hood, but something like. And I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest. A cover version with Alfred in some crazy ass suit is probably gonna fetch maybe a few hundred. I'll be real, like that cover, because you've never had a cover like that, and they might just go that like kind of like Alfred, because he knows everything. Think about it, he knows everything.
Have you ever read All Star Batman from the Rebirth? All Star Batman.
No.
That 12 issue by Snyder, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's
hold on. Is he holding that? Is one of the covers he's standing on a thing holding like some like a crowbar or something? Batman.
Let me look.
Yeah. I read that one.
Yeah.
He got like some crazy crowbar, like, and it's like a crazy. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I read that shit.
Did you read the whole series?
No, man.
Okay.
I got up to 6.
So, like, not to give too much spoilers, but in that series, but on the end, there's a storyline called The First Ally, and in that storyline, you start seeing like this one young guy, kind of doing like Bruce Wayne training kind of things, and you think it's Bruce Wayne the whole time, and like in his younger days, and then you discover that it's Alfred. So like Alfred's doing kind of what you're talking about. He's doing the whole vigilante thing in some city. I forgot what city, but
I don't know. You guys are good at calling it. I'm just throwing it out there, man. You guys usually are good. Nick and Carlo too. You guys call it, but Matt and Carlos and Manny, I think he might be like the new bad guy or anti guy, like the anti guy.
I hope you're wrong.
It might give us a different. Hey, if they do it, I hope they do it cool. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. But I didn't get to 79, but like Carlos was saying, I'll get onto it. I see it. Hopefully, it progresses good, man.
I gotta say, man, like Alfred is the reason why I tried cucumber sandwiches, man. Like
Dude, we've been living on that shit in Australia before that. They stole that from us.
Of course.
I have to agree with Carlo on. I believe you said issue 79 had the school references. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, man. Like they love throwing in their own stuff, and then 6 months down the road, they're like kicking themselves in the butt because they did something like that. So I think Manny or whoever said, I hope they touch base on the little importance, or it was no importance. Like it doesn't even matter.
That's the beginning. That's the beginning of Tom Taylor's downfall. Is right there. A whole schoolyard knowing each other. That's the beginning.
Manny,
because it's not realistic. It's
not make it like they got to make it for the kids now, mate.
Of course.
Don't try and make the downfall of Tom Taylor happen.
You heard it here first.
I don't know, man. You see, they've dropped Superman and brought in Superman's son of Kal-El. He's now writing that. They've scrapped the Superman line completely. I can't believe they got rid of that. They keep it in Action Comics, but they got rid of Superman, and it's going to be about Jonathan Kent, and Tom Taylor's writing it. But this is giving him a lot of work to do, and now I reckon he's writing a what's Wolverine's daughter's name?
Laura.
Clone. Yeah, I think he's doing that because he's done a snip kind of TV tease on his Instagram.
Oh wait, no. That was no. He already wrote Onion Wolverine. He's the one that was responsible for that. What he ended up teasing is because his omnibus on his run for Onion Wolverine is being released next week. I think.
Okay.
Now, you said Superman, Matt, real quick. I just want to ask. That McFarlane toy that they have of Superman in Death Metal when his arm is turning like all stone and shit. What the hell is that about? Like, I keep seeing the toy and then I see half of his body is stone. Is he turning into Darkseid or what?
Yeah, there's Darkseid Superman.
Oh, so he's gonna. Does he turn into Darkseid completely?
No, it's just
No.
he kind of like he gets the whole operation of him turning into Darkseid gets stopped by Batman and Wonder Woman, but he still has like the whole arm completely
And
Darkseid.
neck too. I seen him.
Yeah.
I seen one with his whole body besides his face. But he was supposed to turn into Darkseid or Superman Darkseid.
Like a Superman Darkseid.
Yeah.
So both of the characters together.
Put together, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I keep seeing that.
It's DC, mate. They don't know what.
That's what I'm saying. I keep seeing the damn character. I want to like it, but I'm like, bro, come on. What is this?
It's done.
That's
It's
what they do with their
completely...
films. They're throwing everything they can to stick on the wall, trying to make something to stick.
Oh,
and it's
sorry
working.
for that. Go ahead on that.
Nightwing will stick on the board. I think Nightwing will do all right, but like I didn't read 79. I only read 78, and I really enjoyed 78. Like I said, put a tear in my eye, especially that end part. But it's Tom Taylor, man. Like I don't like he hasn't disappointed, and if he does disappoint, you know, writers can disappoint once every now and then. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I see it. Unless you're like, you know, can continually like Nick Spencer's starting to really disappoint me because he's just like bipolar. But you know what I mean? Like if they can keep a solid story going, good. If you can't, like I said, if you guys are saying the school and that, it have to be put in there for something. It'll be maybe the villain was from the school too. You know what I mean? They might find out this heartless character might be from the school as well.
If it turns out,
you heard it here first.
yeah, I was about to say, if it turns out that bully is heartless,
Tom Taylor, he does that kind of thing, the high school thing. He likes that kind of thing.
Yeah. And that's why when I mentioned it, it really is just a small nitpick that kind of threw me off and got me thinking. But that's...
No, well, like I said, I to me, like you're right. Like shit, how come through the many years I've never said, oh, we went to school together. You know what I mean? Like, so unless they've decided to say, hey, let's start telling stories where they used to be at school together. I don't know, but. It's too early to tell Tom Taylor. He give him 2-3 issues because like 7 Secrets, the first 2 issues were good, but I was like, but then it you know what I mean, picks up. Same as the Cease. The first couple issues were good, but then it picks up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm keen to obviously get it next week, hopefully.
Cool.
I don't know, man. Like I have faith in him, but if he does fuck up, I'll be cool with it, man.
Hey,
I don't understand how he does all this. Like now he's writing Superman. Right, now he's writing this. Now he's writing Dark. He's got that Dark Reign still coming from Marvel, which he tweeted back to Carlos here to say that it isn't cancelled. How do these guys like be able to write all these stories at the same time? Yeah,
hey,
Dark Ages.
Who's writing House of X? Like that whole bullshit shit.
John
Powers of
Hickman.
X, Powers of X, Excalibur. Who's writing that art?
Well, no. So Jonathan Hickman wrote House of X. House of 10 and Powers of 10, that's what it's known, like.
Okay,
but
so
anyway,
the beginning, the Power of X and House of X, when they're going to the futures and different like scenes with Moira and stuff, gas. Like probably the best Marvel they've put out. Who the hell is writing this new shit? Like, oh my god, like we're bad mouthing a few writers. Those guys, like, yo. So what are they smoking? They smoking those flowers that are in the little portal flowers. Like, come on, man. Those suits, the gala.
Yeah, you talk about knocking writers off. You know how bad I feel now to sit here and say, fuck Bendis. You know, I've got a video coming soon about all that shit Bendis. But you know how bad I feel saying it all, and currently reading his House of M, currently reading his new Avengers run. I'm like, man, how can I talk shit about this bloke? It's
hey, if you feel some type of way, come on the show so you can defend yourself. Cause goddamn, like House of X is not working. Like,
I mean, look, Look, man. When it comes to Bendis, he is one of my absolute all-time favorite writers. I can't speak to, bro.
Hey, mute this guy. Mute this guy.
He's written some of the most memorable stories at Marvel.
Like I said, House of M I read, the new Avengers Disassembled I read. They're good.
But I'm just speaking about. I don't want to confuse anyone because there's some people watching and stuff. I don't want to get hated on. It's just this House of X afterwards, like the issues when it's featuring Moira and they're going in the future with Nimrod. Like the first like 10 issues, maybe 5 issues of each one of them is gas. Like I even read all the alphabet. Like I was reading everything. But then afterwards, like Excalibur, House of X, like now it's doing a gala and stuff. I don't know what they're doing and who's approving these designs. Like it's like my son is there sketching them up,
Yeah.
and my sister is dressing them up. My son is designing the characters, and my baby sister is dressing them up in her Barbie outfits.
Damn.
I'm just saying, man.
Damn.
I'm just saying. They look like a bunch of Kens, man. What happened?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try and see where they're really wanting to take the story, because X-Men is gonna be relaunched again.
Damn.
So I don't know.
Jump on it.
So I don't know ultimately what the direction is now, but I'm still willing to give Hickman the benefit of the doubt because he is a slow burn, and the overarching stories that he tells are very big in scale, and just about every time there is a payoff that is worth it.
I knew I had to write the series off completely when I don't know whose idea was it to tell Franklin that he's not a mutant. So right there, I knew where to draw my line because every man has a code. And you can't tell Franklin, Richard, that he's not a mutant. Like
They told him what they told. Professor X said it.
If I was writing them, I would have snapped them away. I would have snapped it.
You know what I think happened there is I'm literally just thinking about this right now. When they made the whole Fantastic Four / X-Men series, a little 4-issue series or something,
yeah.
I bet you it didn't do well. And because it didn't do well, they were like, well, I guess people don't like Franklin being a mutant, so we're just gonna retcon that.
Damn, dog.
I don't know. I don't know if that's it or anything, but that's what I'm assuming.
Because he's such a from the Hickman run, he's such a memorable character for myself, and I really enjoyed such a new character, relatively new, and like how they updated him and stuff, and he fit perfect. Like I loved it. You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of characters in this House of X and Power of X, like this new stuff. I'm not talking about old stuff. They just been like washed away and whitewashed, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. But again, for the most part, I'm willing to give Hickman a little bit of rope just because he's personally never let me down with his stories. But
he's got whoever's writing X-Men has 2 issues to convince me to get the reboot.
When's the reboot? So what is that? Any sneak peeks on that?
21 is the last one.
Oof.
Yeah, 21 is the last
I'll
issue.
be up to date by then. The way I'm going with Marvel Unlimited, I'll be up to
Any
date,
sneak
ready to
peeks
roll.
on them bad boys?
Huh?
Any sneak peeks on them?
Yeah, it just go online and just type
It's not the gala.
Honestly,
right?
No,
That is
no.
anything. That's like the last of it, right? The gala is the last of that.
So the gala is gonna occur, and that's gonna lead into the introduction and relaunch of X-Men.
So like whatever happens in the gala is pretty much gonna be a big event that resets the universe again, and you're gonna have to follow that arc kind of to understand the reboot as well.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I mean,
Possibly, bro.
I think that the gala is obviously going to provide context as far as the new X-Men team that's going to be introduced. But as far as not being able to enjoy the new X-Men relaunch without reading the Hellfire
I
Gala,
doubt it.
Hey, you know how they do it, man. You know how they do it, though. It's gonna be like some kind of crazy tournament. One member of each gala, like something. It's gonna be something like that, and then you're not gonna understand it unless you read the gala. of how they were picked and who was selected because of what. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe if it's like some original X-Men looking stuff, I'm down.
Yeah.
I don't mind futuristic. I can't with the alternative. And like I love Xavier, like how cold-hearted he is, but I don't agree with some of the choices he makes. I feel like cold-hearted Xavier would have made different choices. Like this guy's making like I don't know.
You're right. The nice-hearted Xavier got them killed over and over again. Over and over and over.
You're right. Like, like we saw the different versions, right? Over 100 different times. Every time the robots killed them and they die and never right.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you though.
You're right. You're right on that.
I'm gonna bring it back real quick to Nightwing just to end it because and then we'll move on to nonstop. But go ahead.
I was gonna say I do want to hear your take on Manny.
Y'all pretty much y'all touched on everything with Nightwing the way I felt except for 79. My only grievance with 79, I loved it and I love what Nightwing is trying to do. So just to not give away too much, Nightwing is trying to find a way to use his money not just for himself, not just to fight crime, but to actually make a difference. And at some point, this homeless guy comes up to him with his son, asking him for money, and he's like, "Oh, I don't carry cash." And then he was like, "You know what? Call all your friends, call anybody that you think that is hungry right now, and meet me here." And they go to a pizza place, and he buys everybody food, and it's a great intentions. I love that. It's very heartwarming, but in the end, like in the middle of it, I'm thinking this solves nothing. They got a good meal for that night, but what about tomorrow? What about a month from now? Like, you're not solving the problem. You're putting a Band-Aid. And he at one point he says, I just bought you a room at this hotel. You're there for a whole month, and I'll check up on you in a month just to see how you're doing. And that's great, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe at some people they'll just take advantage. Other people will take advantage of that opportunity, but others will just take advantage of, I'm just gonna ride this wave and not do anything with it, right? And then at the end of that issue, he runs into a bunch of homeless teenagers, and I think he notices like, oh, you know what, this is just a Bandit. He does kind of get heartbroken at the fact that he can't just throw money at the problem. And can't hear you, Matt. You're muted.
Oh no, sorry, because I was just talking to someone.
Oh, okay, my bad. No, and so that was my issue with this. That you can't just throw. Even Bruce, you were saying he bought a whole like apartment building for like a homeless camp, but then he never reached back. Hey, are you guys doing okay? Do you have jobs? Do you blah blah? And that's just my issue with it. But that's just me getting like too serious. It is a comic book. It's not that big of a deal, and I have no idea how that's gonna affect Heartless. But you, Matt, brought up the point. If Heartless turns out to be that bully from high school, like the one that was like bullying everybody, the main guy, that would be interesting.
I don't know if he'll be the bully, but maybe he'll be. The school wouldn't be introduced if it hasn't got something to do with the story.
It has to. I mean, at least hopefully. But other than that, I enjoyed it.
If I'm right there, fuck, I'm Jesus.
You heard it here first.
You're not gonna hear it at the end.
First, and another rant video coming in a week.
But moving on to Nonstop Spider-Man, I mean, I feel like we already talked about number 1, so I'm just gonna talk about 2.
Because I remember saying that it was just too fast, action-packed, too quick for me to sink in.
You didn't like that? I loved it.
I didn't continue getting it, unfortunately.
It continues.
So you can spoil the shit out of it because I ain't gonna read it.
The action, like just like the name, nonstop. It continues. It just keeps going. You start figuring out what's actually happening with the drug, like why they are dying basically from taking this drug one time. Like these are students that have never. They're A students, never done any drugs, and then they're overdosing, and how that doesn't make sense, right?
I feel like this story's been told in a movie that they've done before or something.
I don't know, man. I've never heard of this.
Matt is thinking of.
What's that drug where they take the pills with Gordon Levitt's in it?
Well, no,
Gordon
there's
Levitt.
that one, but Matt
It's Netflix.
Matt is.
How about Judge Dredd too? They got that.
No, it was Judge Dredd.
Matt is. I'm pretty sure that Matt is thinking of the movie Limitless.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, when they take the pills and they get the powers.
Yeah.
Limitless, and then there's that other one with Jordan Lovett that was on Netflix.
So think Limitless. You know, they get that heightened power, but the thing is, like, let me just toot my own horn. I'm the genius here, taking this pill, right? And once I take that pill, it takes my intelligence and somehow transfers it to another person. And now that person has my intelligence plus however many other people's intelligence, and now they're geniuses. And you see,
how does it transfer by taking the pill? How does it transfer through?
That's you got to read the book, man.
I'm not reading the book. That's why I'm fucking asking.
No, we don't know yet. It's kind of like an energy transfer at this point.
And that's what we're in the process of figuring out who's really designing this drug, what's their ultimate end game.
A mutant. It's coming from a mutant's blood.
Sounds like somebody that's writing that is watching too much Invincible.
No, but it was good. Like, again, a really small detail that I really like about it is the spider sense. It keeps saying, like, hey, watch out, or look up, or you just got played. Like, when something played. Like, yeah, you got played. Like, I like the written out spider sense.
Spider-Man is this? If you had to put him in a category of the suits and styles, what Spider-Man is this?
Amazing, original.
Okay, cool. That's pretty dope, though, Matt. Don't you think?
I didn't like the original art. I didn't like the art in the first one either.
Yeah. See, I'm
ready to kill me. I just didn't like the art and I didn't like the story. I'm sorry, but
no, it's cool. But like me, I am a diehard Chris Bacalo fan. Like, his artwork is, to many, extremely jarring because there's so much shit that he can fit on one page. It's ridiculous the amount of like action sequences and like details and set pieces that he can fit in one page. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous to the point where it can be hard to at first glance figure out what's really going on, but once you start looking at it, man, he has so much fun stuff that he fits into one page, right, Manny? Like,
I would say that's what I was gonna say is like him on Doctor Strange, it works perfectly because Doctor Strange is magical. You got all these things going on in the background, and he does a great job. But
that's another thing. I didn't like the panel layout.
That's what makes it so good to me too. Like those little details. Matt woke up today. He just wants to fight. I swear, he does.
I'm on the same page with Nightwing. I was on the same page with Nightwing.
That's good.
Spider. It just wasn't my cup of tea for Spider-Man. Like, it's just good.
I will say.
I think they're bringing out too much Spider-Man. So you got Spider-Man Shadows now coming, and then there's a new one that Sinister Six, Sinister Spider, or something.
That's gonna be an event. That'll be an event, just like a couple of issues.
That'll be an event. Spider-Man Spider's Shadow, which the first issue just came out 2 weeks ago, I think.
No, I didn't get that either. I don't want to do what I did with Batman and just be getting every freaking Batman issue, because then it just overfloods you, man.
Yeah.
Sure. And you know what? Not that I'm pressuring you into getting another book, another Spider-Man.
No, he's pressuring you. He's definitely.
But if there is one extra Spider book that you're gonna pick up, it should be Spider-Man Spider Shadow.
I would like that to my list. I was contemplating about it, so
it's set. It's basically bringing back the what if, like, titles, the what if type of storytelling, but they're not limiting it to one issue. Whereas, what if was typically, what if Jane Foster picked up,
what if Gwen Stacy never snapped her neck? Yeah, I read some of them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just one issue, and that's it, right?
Damn, man, how can you just say, what if Gwen Stacy didn't snap her neck so nonchalantly, man? Come on, man. Have some respect behind that.
Because she died.
And what's going on with this iteration of the What If banner is that they're not limiting it to one issue. This one is going to be 4 issues.
Story run.
Yeah.
It's only a 4-issue miniseries, is it?
Yeah, it's 4 issues.
That case, I might get it.
But the first issue was received so well and it sold so well that they're expanding it to one more issue. So it's going to be a 5-issue miniseries
Yeah.
where it can tell the story of what if Peter kept the Venom suit. Um, and so far, man, the first issue, it really blew my mind on how well it was done in terms of the characterization of Peter, where he is at that point in his life, with him and Mary Jane, and the artwork is absolutely amazing. And
Yeah, the cover looked nice.
yeah, man, and the book, the action, it feels impactful. It like some of the action sequences, they feel visceral, man. Like this Peter, you can see him descending into madness due to the Venom symbiote.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be a fun ride, man. But seriously, it's some of the best Spider-Man like comic reading that I've read in a long time, along with Nonstop Spider-Man in terms of.
Well, how is Nonstop as a series or is it an ongoing?
It's ongoing.
It's ongoing.
Yeah,
The other thing is that it's not canon at all with Amazing Spider-Man, is it?
It is.
different.
No,
it is.
It should be. It should be, but we don't know exactly where, because that's where it's hard to keep track of what's going on, because in Amazing Spider-Man he's got that new suit, and that's not even mentioned here.
Yeah, and the reason for that disconnect, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna like tie the timelines, because in Nonstop, correct me if I'm wrong, Manny, but he does mention living with Randy, and
Yeah.
and I mean the whole plot behind Nonstop is that one of his classmates in the courses that he's taken at ESU, and we know that in Amazing, Peter's
He's
also
currently
going
on.
to ESU trying to get his degree after the whole plagiarism debacle due to Dr. Octopus taking over his body and shit. So Nonstop is canon, but the reason I think for that disconnect and why he's not wearing that suit primarily has to do because Nonstop was pushed back. Fuck man, I think like
Yeah.
5 months, if not longer, because of COVID. So yeah, Nonstop's is behind like 5, maybe 6, 7 months, something like that, something crazy like that. I don't know, but whereas Nonstop is the funnest Spider-Man reading that I read in a long time, Spider Shadow is the most gripping in terms of storytelling that I've read in a long time.
And then Amazing Spider-Man is just the most confusing shit.
I was telling Carlos the other day that like Nick Spencer is just he is a good writer. He starts off his stories very
I like
strong.
Secret Empire, which not Captain America goes Hydra and goes bad, and not a lot of people like that. I actually enjoyed it.
No, I enjoyed it, but
like even currently in Amazing Spider-Man, like I like his story. Like this, if I just ignore the fact that he didn't finish his last storyline with Kindred.
But that's the thing. Like, don't introduce Mephisto and then just pretend it never happened.
That's the problem.
It's like they
That's his
released
problem.
it, and then someone said, "Hey, we told you not to release that," and they just erased it completely.
It's coming back, like for sure, because like the Sinister War is gonna have Kindred, which is gonna bring in Mephisto most likely. But it's just like, come on, man, don't tell another story in the middle of a story and then start another story as well. Like it's getting too convoluted.
Like they give him a complete new suit and it's a complete new story. It's just like everything was ignored.
Yeah,
man.
I don't like when they do that. Like I like closure in my stories. Yes, they might be building up for an event. Yes, they might be building up for something. But give us an idea that you're doing that.
Yeah, and I don't mind either, man. Like I said, I like to enjoy those slow burn type of stories that has great writing and you enjoy the moments in between, and the payoff is big, right? But
there's no
I'm $150 into this shit, man. Like we're fucking 3 years into this already, man.
Yeah.
And like where are we going with this? Like that's my issue,
Yeah, well, lucky he didn't, because he was in Australia for Comic Con when halfway through his Hunted storyline.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was telling him, man, this is the best book, bloody best series, Hunted. Da, da, da. Now, if I saw him, I'd be like, dude, I've got a psychologist. Here's the card. Give her a call. I think you're bipolar, man.
Hey, we're gonna see in the news that Matt punches Nick Spencer. Some crazy Australian guy punches Nick Spencer.
Guys, it's just gonna be all Aussie writers and actors here in Australia. Unfortunately, you guys can't come down here, so.
like the Hellboy guy, right? He's from Australia.
Yeah, he's talking English.
No, but Carlos, what do you think? Continue what I was saying with nonstop, because I am not as good with my words as you are.
No, I was just gonna say that nonstop to me again has been some of the funnest Spider-Man comic that I've read in a long time, specifically because of how it focuses on the action without it just feeling like explosion, and there's nothing to add to it.
One thing I forgot to mention was his fight with I forgot the brothers' names, but they're like these Mexican wrestlers, and they were dumb, but they're doing like that whole brain transfer thing, whatever. So like now they're really smart. Yeah, in issue 2.
I'm gonna buy issue 2 just for them.
I forget their name. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And at one point, like they like in the middle of the action, they're talking to each other. They're like really messing with Spider-Man. Like they're calculating. He's like, I can't believe I never liked physics before, and it's just funny. And in the middle of it, they're like, brother, I can never go to a stage below genius ever again. Like I must always be a genius. This is too much fun. Like it's so fun to see them beating Peter. Like Peter's a genius in his own accord, and he can't keep up with them, and he's struggling.
Yeah, for sure, and that's what again what I love about this title is that it's fun and the action isn't there just for the sake of action. The reason why it's so fast paced and the reason why there's all this chaos going on is because Peter is literally racing against the clock.
Yep.
You know, he's racing against the clock to help his classmate, his friend, Kel, who ended up taking the drug. The drug is called A+, right?
A+, yeah.
Yeah, A+. And he's trying to figure out, what's going on. Why are all of these kids? Why are all of these college students dying? And it's something that he has to figure out because bodies are just dropping. And also again, his friend ended up taking the A+ drug, so he's got to beat the clock and he has to figure out what's going on. And the way that that's depicted with Chris Bachalo's art and the layouts and the paneling, you feel like you're in the action. You feel immersed into what's going on.
Like there's times when I'm reading it and I feel like I'm rushed. I feel like I have to continue reading it, but like, oh shit, I forgot about this little panel here, and let me go back, and then I gotta. I'm not on the clock.
As you guys are talking, imagine selling like a 10 bag or something on the corner, and the Avengers just pop up. Yo, you slanging a little on the corner, little 10 bags, little 20 bags. Boom, bro! Spider-Man, Iron Man, everybody just show up.
It's funny you say that because I just saw a meme that was like, my whole street is completely destroyed. I bet you those motherfuckers are gonna say that they saved the day. Fuck them.
It's that Avengers thread.
Yo, you know what? Which completely. But it already happened. It's Saturday. It's enough days. Dude, it brings to mind Invincible. I know this is a complete tangent.
Oh my god, man.
Yo, because of that meme, when you're like, I bet you these motherfuckers believe that they saved the day. If there's one comic storyline that is basically the epitome of that meme, it's fucking Invincible.
I need Matt to see this. I need Matt to see this because I know he hasn't watched it. I don't want to ruin it, but like I need Matt to watch this.
You ain't see Invincible?
Matt, you need to do one of your reactions.
Whoa. Overrated. Okay. All right. This ain't one of your YouTube videos, man. I will click away.
Bro, Invincible.
Matt, you're muted. That's
I muted him. I muted him.
Yo, even his own computer says this fool was just talking out of his ass.
Yo, Robert Kurtman on there like, yo, he's talking shit about Invincible.
Bro.
Mute this shit.
Look, Matt.
4 episodes in, I wasn't as hooked as everyone else. Yes, I will, when I get time, watch it and finish it.
But you're gonna tell me that you watched that first episode, you watched the ending of that first episode, and you weren't immediately hooked?
I watched the next 2, and then the 4th one I watched a bit later on, but I'm just not. I don't know.
Oh, you just don't like anything that's good. That's fine. Yeah.
I don't know. I know the comic came out. The comic came out before The Boys, but it's just like I've already seen it with The Boys. Like I don't know.
Actually, The Boys came out before the Invincible.
No. Comic wise, what was out first?
The Boys.
The Boys were.
Yeah,
Invincible wasn't it? Yeah, Invincible was first.
Invincible is like 08, 07. The Boys is 2002, 2003.
No, bro. Invincible was like 2003, man.
Oh, so they're like the same era.
That's what I mean. Like,
But
I think I saw you, Manny, on Instagram.
But Invincible came out first, for sure. It came out first.
Yeah, but you posted that you're starting to watch it in the chat, didn't you, Manny? The Boys.
Yeah. In the chat, I haven't started it.
Because you've seen the Invincibles, you're gonna feel the same thing about Boys. You've already seen it. But that's the thing. Honestly, that's how I feel. It's like I've just already seen it. It's just an animated version of the Boys. I know Invincible come out first. Don't take the wrong way, but once I've already seen something, I just seeing it again.
Hey, Matt. The finale is like The Boys.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God! All I can hear is people on YouTube and everywhere I click, it's just about the finale, about Invincibles. If I watch it and this is a shit finale, I'm going to do a YouTube review.
Yo, check this out. I
love the show. The shit out of it.
I fuck with the show completely, but check this out. You want to like dumb it down? The scenes in it, you cannot dislike. Like, you're gonna love them, bro.
I will say,
if you don't like the show, if you don't like the story of the finale or whatever happens, the scenes are banging. So, like, they're just banging.
If you have shit to say about Invincible after you watch the finale, just find another group. That's all I gotta say.
And I noticed Manny looking more and more like Invincible. He got that kind of face structure, man. Literally. And not even the mustache. I'm doing the mustache next.
And I want to throw this out there just so we have accurate info here. Invincible came out 2003, and The Boys came out 06.
Ooh.
3 years. Sorry, Matt. Yeah. I thought they both came out in 06, so I was right on one, but I didn't know.
Around the same time. Anyways, sorry guys to bring that up, but just because you brought up that meme, I was like, dude.
That's exactly what it is.
Crazy. I started reading Invincible when I started reading Walking Dead, like issues 9, 10, like early on.
Watching the finale, I was just like so upset that I never got into the comics. Like I never read any of the comics. I was just like, I really wish I would have read them when they came out.
But I will say this one, man. You know what? To me, I think it's actually a blessing in disguise to fans and just people in general that haven't read the comic, because it really is such a great adaptation of it, but it adds a lot to it, and you are legitimately surprised, man. I mean, I was fucking shocked in a lot of the stuff that I saw, but you know, I had a pretty good idea, dude, this shit's gonna get crazy, this is gonna happen, and if I was shocked and if I was like, what is happening? I can only imagine like what that feeling must be like for the people that have never experienced Invincible before, you know?
Constantly under my breath, constantly just, oh my God, oh, what, why is this happening? No, stop! It's watch it, man. Just literally, that's the bottom line.
Hey, that flashback was gas. That flashback. They look the same. They look the same in that scene.
Yeah. I'm a bit occupied at the moment watching all the Marvel films with my beautiful girlfriend over there. So, like,
hey, Bad Batch.
Once I finish all that, maybe I might jump back on Invincibles. But
I can't. Some Star Wars content finally coming out. Bad Batch, May 4th.
This May 4th, really?
Yeah, because you'll be able to see what the Empire was while it was transitioning from the Republic to the Empire.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna see like them turning into stormtroopers, like clones and stuff like that.
I'm over it, man. I want future stories. Oh, I don't care
You want
about
like
the past.
like you want like New Republic or something like that.
That's what they do in Star Wars because that's what everyone enjoyed. They enjoyed those stories, so they bring stories in those stories. No one can give a shit about future stuff now because it was shit.
Cause Ray Skywalker.
This is it all, not just her. It was shit. Full stop, mate. Full stop. Just shit.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, though. I'm a hardcore Star Wars fan. Like, I'm not like someone that lives and breathes Star Wars. Like, every time a new movie comes out, I watch all the movies just so I can be up to date. But I'm not. I couldn't give a shit about Star Wars. Don't get down my throat on that. But I just don't. I don't know. I'm trying to get into the animated one. What's that first animated one? The Clone Wars or whatever. But
that's the only reason I want to watch Bad Batch is because the Clone Wars was really good. You got to give it like. Unfortunately, it's one of those where you got to give it like 3 seasons before it gets really good.
I can't.
Yeah.
I think I could be reading a comic book right now.
Why not both? Why not both?
But
can't pay attention.
But nonstop for me.
Nonstop.
A solid 4.
Yeah.
A solid 4.
Nuno, did you read it? Nonstop?
No, I didn't read it, but I'm gonna have to check it out now. Nonstop. I just want to just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah, man.
You guys said it's like
I wrote this for nonstop. I wrote that for nonstop as well.
Not yet.
Nuno. At least give them like a 1-issue try, man. Nonstop and Spider's Shadow.
And
I'll give that a try.
We said it's Amazing Spider-Man, but it's not really Amazing Spider-Man. It's a new Spider-Man.
Wait, for what?
For the nonstop Spider-Man.
No. It is Peter. It's
Think of it like in between issues, like let's just say 40 and 50. I don't know, something like that. Like it's in between that time period. He doesn't have that suit yet.
That's what I'm saying. He's still the same comic character from the issues that you'd be reading previously. This is just a one shot, like on the side, like what he's doing.
Yeah.
So here,
that's what I was asking. Right?
Yeah. Think of it like this, man. Best example that I can give: Batman and Detective Comics.
Right. Got you. Understand. That's why I was asking Manny, which Spider-Man does he like resemble? But he's actually a Spider-Man that we're reading right now. This is just another story.
Exactly.
Yeah, understood.
But going past that, did you read Radiant Black 3?
Radiant Black 3? Nah, I got 1, 2. You can spoil it. I'm ready for it.
What do you think of 1 and 2?
Hey, it's refreshing.
Yes.
It's like, a little bit lanternish, a little bit of everything. Like, hey, and I liked the little bit story. It got like, now that I'm like watched all of Invincible, it got Invincible vibes. Like, the characters, the best friends and stuff. Like, it's giving me good vibes, and it's not too original. It's not too like fresh either. So it's like right in between. There's some stuff borrowed, but I like the stuff borrowed.
Right.
Like, I'm in it. I didn't read 3 though. I'm in it though.
That's a great description for issues 1 and 2. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Nah, I like it. Like, I was like, you guys were reading 1, a week, 2 passed, and I was like, let me just give it a try. And it was quick, man. I thought it was gonna be more like thinking about like the
go straight into it.
Secrets. There was a little bit of thinking, you know what I mean? But this one now, Radiant Black was just like boom, 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 boom. Got the train lifted, police officers, boom, let's go. Like, yeah, so I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Friend, I like the friend. He's like, I'm gonna teach you how to do this. We gonna do this together. That's realistic. I'd do the same thing. You ain't going nowhere.
I hate the friend. Man, I'm like, he's gonna get in trouble. He's gonna start.
Yeah, he will.
Like,
he will.
I would like not to spoil anything too much, but like in the third one, he made a social media account for Radiant Black. Like he's like, come on, man, what are you doing?
That sounds like me.
No, man, he just he's just kind of like, he's so excited. He's like, oh my god, you got powers, that's so awesome for you. I'm gonna help you through this. We're gonna train you. We're going to get you some like a good name, and like he's just trying to do everything. And the guy Radiant Black, what's his name, Nathan?
Yeah.
Nathan. Yeah, he's just like, hey, I don't want this. Like I'll do what I need to do, but like I don't want this. You need to stop. You're not listening to me. And he pisses me off, man. Marshall is just like, he's gonna get him in trouble. But he is loyal. I will say that much. Yeah. Except he brought the cops to his house. Never mind.
Yeah. But dude, he is fucking hilarious.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
His constant mixing of phrases and like sayings, dude, hilarious.
He works at a movie store and stuff, and like he's always like trying to tell the customers what movies to watch, or like you should smoke this kind of weed with this movie. Like, it's just,
is that what he says?
Yeah. It's
I can't wait to read this.
It's like one of the blockbusters.
If you're working in a movie store, is it like set back in time, or does just movie stores exist?
No.
They still exist.
Weird universe, I think, because the police mentioned some kind of like laws and stuff. So they're like in a universe, right? A different kind. They're not in our universe.
I don't know.
Because they were like, he's using something like, remember when the police is arresting them, they're reading them a law, like it's like a superhero law or something. And they're like, freeze, like you're not supposed to be past 7 o'clock. There's like some kind of curfew. Like,
I think they were just talking about you're not supposed to be on the train tracks at this time.
I understood it like there's a curfew, like regular.
No. But the thing about the shop though is that, and it's actually not just a video store, but it's a video store where they also sell you the weed that
okay.
you pair with the movie that you're gonna watch. That's the thing about where he works at. That is fucking hilarious.
I didn't notice that.
And I can't remember. Hold on. Keep on talking. But now here I gotta pull out.
So in issue 3, he's finally like started to. He's a writer, you know. And he's finally starting to get back into like, I am going to set apart these days to write and these days to do superhero stuff, whatever. So the issue 3 is a writing day, and he can't get past of like what's he going to write about. He goes back to a short story that he wrote like 3 to 5 years ago, and trying to get past it, but he can't. So he goes out. Like I said, they made a little social media account for him. So someone tweeted him, was like, man, my tire just blew out. Sure could use Radiant Black to help me out. And he was like, it was a joke, but he was like, I got nothing else to do. I can't think of it.
Because I thought looking at the covers it was like a sci-fi thing.
It will be.
It will, yeah, 100%. Because like there is another, because like his powers are from some black hole thing. And like as soon as he touched it, it disappeared. And and he's having dreams with in the language of this mysterious orb. Like it's a different writing, and I think
I'm hanging to read this.
I think so at one point the dream is that Radiant Black guy grabs him by the neck, takes him up, but like he's supposed to be Radiant Black, right?
That shit's gonna be a movie, bro. It's gonna be a show.
But he goes up, takes him by the neck. He's like, "Who are you? Who are you?" And then the Radiant Black takes off the mask, and I'm pretty sure it's him. Like with a beard, like an older version of him, like the perfect version of him. And he just says, "You will never become me," and like lets him go from that height, and then he wakes up. And that's pretty like, what? Why is he having this dream? That makes no sense. And then the next issue, I think, is gonna go into more of a Radiant Red, which is this. It's a guy that has the same powers as him, but he's actually using it for crime. So
he's a bad guy, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Like the Red Flash suited up, like he's all black, and then he has a red outline.
And did he touch the black hole thing too, or something?
We don't know anything about him.
Okay.
Yeah,
not yet.
Yeah. So
obviously, I'm gonna read it, but it should be next week if you wanted to.
Pretty dope, man.
Real quick though, the shop where Marshall works at, it's called Real World, like
okay.
Like a movie reel. And on the banner, it says now starring CBD oil. Ask us about or what lies beneath plus bath bomb special. And it's like
They got the dads, boy.
Yeah, bro. So it's basically pairing your movie with the right weed.
And is it the same guy at the checkout that's always like asking him questions? Is it the same person, client, customer that is like, hey, if I watch this movie, will it be okay with this? I feel like it's the same guy. So he's like annoyed with him. He's like he constantly is just like, shut up, talking to Nathan. I want to talk to you about Radiant Black, and he's like, yeah, just go watch this movie.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
Higgins?
The main character is a failed writer.
Yeah.
Because Tweak the writer is watch the movie How High, because I reckon he got that idea from How High, selling the weed for the thinger.
The writer.
Method Man. What problem you got? And he tries to sell him all these different weeds.
The writer's Kyle Higgins.
Yep.
I'm gonna tweet him and say, "Have you watched How High recently?"
Well, and another cool thing, like a little small detail, is it shows the notepad that Marshall's working on to try to think about superhero names. Like one of them is Darkness, the other one is something else I forgot. But at one point in the bottom like left corner, it shows Mighty Morphin, and he like scratches it out, and it's like that's a lawsuit. Kyle Higgins is actually the writer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So like it was just like kind of like a little nod to him. And the fact that this is kind of like Power Rangers once they start introducing all the other people.
And dude, what I love too about Kyle Higgins' time with Power Rangers is that he brought in the artist, and I hope that I'm pronouncing their name right, Goni Montez, who did all of the helmet variants for the Power Rangers series.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a helmet variant for Radiant Black, and he also did the variant cover for issue number 3 that just came out. So it's cool that he's working with artists, from
the same
his Power Rangers run.
I might have to get the variant covers because I got about 3 or 4 titles.
Man,
finished,
good luck. Good luck.
No, I've got about 3 or 4 titles that finished. So as of June's comics, I can start getting more variants.
Well, I'm saying good luck trying to find those variants for a good price. Cause...
No, just the new ones.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
5 and 6.
Gotcha.
No.
I was gonna say, man, you're not gonna have it. It's gonna be hard.
I'm talking about the new issues that are coming out, not previous ones. No, good luck. I think I got covered. I got second printing of issue 2 or maybe 1. Has there been a second printing for one of the issues? Because
for 2.
So there's been a second print for issue number 1.
Yeah, I think I got second print.
Second print for issue number 2.
I want to get like 1 and 2 graded. So
I think I got the first 2 issues second print, unfortunately, or it might have been a second. I don't know. One of them I got the second printing, but then issue 3 I've got first print.
Cool. And
but I'm hoping issue 1's first printing because I reckon they're going to make a show out of this by the sounds of it, or a movie.
Dude,
100%.
I love it. Issue number 1 is going for a 3rd printing.
Is it Boom? Who is it?
Image.
Yeah, and the covers for the 3rd print for issue number 1, fire, so good. I hate it, but
now I have to look it up. Damn.
So good, man. Manny, what else you got for Radiant Black?
I can't think of anything. I feel like that's basically it. It starts off with him trying to write. Then he can't figure it out, so he's like, I'm gonna go talk to Marshall. Then after that, he goes and like helps out this family, like, and he's trying to change a tire for them. Like a superhero thing is to him to change a tire, and he can't figure it out. And this little kid's like, do you know what you're doing? Like, shouldn't you know how to change a tire? And he kind of just doesn't respond in a heroic way. He's just like, look, man, like I'm not gonna be perfect at everything. All right. I'm not gonna do
is
it.
That Radiant Black?
Yeah, the 3rd print.
Is that the cover?
That's the cover for the 3rd print of issue number 1. And sorry, man, to cut you off, but so that you check it out. So for the 3rd print for issue number 1, that's one of the covers, but they're doing a 2-cover release for the 3rd print, where the other one is Radiant Red.
There it is. Go. Yeah. Opposite, they're facing each other basically. That's cool.
And I love that artwork type of animation, type of almost like, I don't know, kind of it's kind of distorted in a way, but I like it. It's cool.
Any series is getting a 3rd print in the show.
If it gets a show, I'm hoping it's like Invincible. Honestly, it's not as gruesome as Invincible or anything yet.
I just want to see the video show.
Invincible coming to live action, I heard.
It is as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope
make a live action TV show of it too, Invincibles.
Yeah, John Hamm and I hope it's Stephen Young.
John Hamm as Omni-Man. Oof.
on him is Omni-Man.
Oh
bruh.
my god.
Bruh, he's about to shit on Henry Cavalli, bro.
No, but I don't know. Radiant Black, I really like it. Like this last issue, nothing happened. Nothing crazy or anything, but I can't wait to read the next one. Like, yeah, oh, there's like a little sweet moments with him and his dad. That really like it's like, oh man, that's gonna be a good relationship. If it continues, his dad's gonna die. God, I'm calling it right now. His dad's dying.
Dude, no question. No question. I have absolutely zero doubts that his dad is gonna die.
I'm gonna buy a second copy of that issue just so I can bend it up and be pissed off about it. Just like fucking shit. I don't want it to happen, but I can see that happening. It's good.
I'm gonna read this book now, yeah.
You got anything extra to say, anybody? Like,
you know, for me, what I just want to add a little bit to what you mentioned, Manny, that nothing happens in this issue. And when I say and I'm talking about issue 3. When I say that nothing happens, I mean in terms of like crazy action, something that you're like, whoa. But it's such an intriguing story. It literally has to do with Nathan wanting to write his novel. And what is super unique that I haven't seen in comic books before is that you're literally reading the novel that he's writing. So you're reading a story within a story. And I was interested in the story that he was writing.
Yeah.
I already see Amazon doing it. He like sitting at a typewriter typing it, and it's playing you a whole nother scene while he's typing everything away.
Yo, so what's crazy about that is that as I'm reading this story within the comic, I actually am picturing the whole thing that he was writing.
I'm like, where's Elizabeth going? Where's she gonna go with all this money? And like, what? Like, I don't give a shit about her, but here I am.
I haven't read the issue, but that'll tell you they're putting some emphasis on writing.
Yeah, and the story within the story that Nathan is writing has to do with two people that who were professionals at one point, and they ended up turning into bank robbers. So it's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of story, but you are able to read Nathan's train of thought where he says, "Where am I taking this story? Like, why?"
It's not Nathan's. See, this is the mind blower. It's not Nathan's train of thought. The writer of this comic book is writing about his train of thought.
That's what I was.
He's writing a book.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, this is exactly what he goes through.
He's writing about his childhood experiences.
His train of thought and how it works, 100%.
And I like that because that one of the questions he asks is like, do I want to write about where she's going? Do I want to write about how she got to this point?
The questions he
like
asks himself, so he thought, 100%.
Yeah.
Or is this the story I even want to write about? That's one of the other questions. Like, do I even want to talk about this?
And Matt, you know what? You're actually absolutely right about that, because that also came to my mind. You know, I really did think like, wow, is this Kyle Higgins like giving us a window into his creative process, into, you know, how he goes about approaching and making a story feel special. Now, was that really his intention or not? I don't know. I feel that it is, but the fact that you're able to ask those questions, super unique and wildly unexpected for me. I wasn't expecting to get this kind of storytelling when I was expecting something completely different. I really was expecting Radiant Black to be suited up and doing some crazy, you know, I don't know, superheroics.
Yeah.
But eventually, I obviously do want to see that. But without exaggerating, dude, I don't know, the way that it's going. If it goes another 5 issues, I don't really even care about Radiant Black, the suit.
So wait, what you're mentioning is what I find really interesting is like, this is almost too normal. Like, if I found a black hole and I got powers, I would be out there every day like showing off my powers or trying to get like training and stuff. He's just like, it's kind of like he just got a new book and I'll read it when I read it, and that's it. Like, I'll use my powers if I need to, or like, oh man, I'm bored, I cannot think of anything to write, so I'm gonna go use my powers, save this guy from a blown out tire. But that's it. Like, I'm not gonna go find some creature or anything. He's just gonna whatever, and then after that he's going back to his normal life, and he's like, all right, what can I write about? He's using it as, he's not being a primary hero. He's just, this is just something that I can do. This is something I got offline. I got this on Amazon. I don't know. Like, He's not being a hero at all, and I like that. It's different. It's different because anything else, any other book, any other movies you can think of, someone finds a power source. The whole movie is about them training and like how they're gonna use this power and how it's affecting their life, and it's not even affecting his life. He's choosing to use it whenever he does it.
Yep.
But he's not. But yeah.
I'd be different. I'd be like Hancock if I got power.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
An asshole. An asshole.
But sprinkled in all of this, like nothing happening, I do feel an underlying current of shit that is building up. Mm-hmm. And I feel that because you see Nathan's thoughts that they're starting to have like almost like the neon kind of electric like techno kind of border around it, where you almost start questioning, are these Nathan's thoughts, or are these Nathan's thoughts being coalesced with Radiant's thoughts? You know, like yeah, like is the Radiant Black? I don't know if I don't know if I want to call it a suit or the Radiant, being whatever that black hole is it starting to affect Nathan's thoughts? And I really like the quick like cutaways that it gives at times to like the shadow outline, I guess, of like I don't know if it's an AI or
alien writing or something.
Because he should be radiant blue.
That actually comes up.
Red.
That comes up in the comic.
It comes up in the comic. Yeah, it does.
So right, who is Radiant Black? Right.
So Marshall's like, hey, what if we name you Radiant Black? That's perfect. That's beautiful. And then he's like, well, my color is blue. That makes no sense.
And like you said, like you guys mentioned, there's gonna be probably green, pink, like
red for sure.
No, yeah, I mean, for sure. Now, what I'm looking most forward to though is the big ass fucking mech robot warrior thing. It keeps on being alluded, and it looks like we're finally gonna get some of that, next issue. But I feel that there really is gonna be a super intergalactic type of adventure that we're just building up to, because Kyle Higgins has mentioned multiple times that we are not ready and that this story is not going in the direction that we think that it's going. So I feel like this is the calm before the storm, and I like it. I like these quiet moments.
In that case, were you saying that we're not ready?
He got blue on him.
Everything's blue. I mean, his suit's kind of black, but.
So my question is, like, I'm confused on what that always is. He's blue, and then
his suit is actually has black in it, but his aura and his powers are blue.
Okay. And then his opposite, the bad guy, is red with red.
And he's definitely red.
Red aura and that.
Yeah, but he might.
Why do they always do when it's bad guys? It's always, and I'm not trying to say Bloods and Crips, but why is it always blue and red?
Because blue.
You notice that every time it's like it's always blue and red.
Blue is angelic. Blue is holy. Blue is whatever good. Red is hell. Red is the devil. Red is bad. Kind of. That's the kind of like the train of thought.
Hey, find out you die. God's like.
And those.
I've been telling angels that red is an angelic color. Nobody's been passing that down. Nah, this shit ain't get passed down.
I've just noticed that every time it's always red or blue, like red and blue when they do good and bad. It's just like just it.
Yeah. Except for Power Rangers. Red Ranger's the main guy, and he's good, obviously.
The White Ranger is bad in Power Rangers.
No, that's the Green Ranger.
Green Ranger becomes the White Ranger.
Yeah, but he as the White Ranger, he's not the bad guy.
That's not spoiling, man. At the end of that Power Rangers film, they had freaking Tommy at the post-credit scene. I wonder if they're making another film. I hope they do.
I heard that they are, but it's going to be another reboot. Just
because I know I heard, and I would have been pissed if it was, but I heard that the original plans for Tommy was going to actually be a girl.
That would make no sense.
I know, but that's what they were saying. I can't believe they're going to reboot it. Like, I know a lot of people got pissed off because the characters were completely changed, but I didn't mind it. I did not mind it.
What was one thing? I was gonna say something about Radiant Black. One last thing. Carlos said something about Kyle Higgins saying that we're not ready for it. What if they kill off Nathan and the Radiant Black suit goes to what's his name, Marshall? We're not ready. We're not ready for that. No.
No, they'll have it there. If he's saying that people aren't ready for a big thing, someone's dying.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be the dad. 100%, the dad's gonna die. But I think that's it, man. I mean, if y'all want to continue talking, we can definitely talk Batman. Let me see. I'm gonna pull something up here.
You know what, Manny? That's looking very congested. Those comics behind you.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Hey Matt, look at these covers.
Where are they from?
Invincible.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Each episode. So that should tell you what you're in store for.
All of that is just blood splatters.
Yeah, I can see the blood splatters.
Yeah.
I think I've seen what happens, but I'm not going to question it. I think someone played it on their YouTube. They were being smart asses and they played it like they were talking about it, and then they played the scene, and I've seen the scene, and I was like, yeah.
Hey, thank you. I wish I knew how to do that because I watch like a lot of like urban gangster shows, and I'd love to like ad-lib over them, but I don't know how to have the video play, and then I'm just stopping it, and I'm like, look, that motherfucker got killed right there. Fuck.
I saw something.
Because I watched Snowfall. I just started watching Snowfall, and I'm catching up on Dexter, rewatching it actually, since the new shit is dropping.
Because I'm watching all the Marvel films, I've got no time to watch anything else. I want to watch that one with what's his name, Michael B. Jordan, where he's in the jail. It's on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
that looks fucking dope. Because I like him as an actor, so.
Yeah, he's great, man. I'm sad that he shot down the rumors of him playing Superman. I was like, man.
Did he shut him down? Did he say it's not happening?
Yeah, well, he said that he's not at all involved. That he's gonna be watching from the sidelines.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. I don't think he wants to. Cause I don't think any black actor wants to do it because they're gonna cop heat for it. All these hardcore redneck fans will crack the shits. And I reckon Marvel probably said to him that they're gonna bring his character back.
I hope so, man.
He did mention working on Static Shock though.
Hey?
He Michael B. Jordan mentioned that working on Static Shock. So
I don't know, dog.
Isn't he directing it? I thought he was.
Yeah. He's working on it. Yeah.
I like Michael B. Jordan, but I feel like he just needs to stay away from superhero stuff because
he's got Creed 3 coming.
He does, yeah.
That's not good. I don't like Creed.
Oh no.
Creed was great.
And I'm just saying. And the new Tom Clancy shit, it's like he like a badass. Burns the car down, hops in the car, got the gun at gunpoint. Come on, bro.
Don't tell me, man. I still want to watch it. Shush. I still want to watch that. Don't tell me.
That's what you see on the trailers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like hopping out the water and stuff.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be good.
It's cool, but I feel like he's a little corny, man. And on top of that, man, you know, his choice in women, man. He dating Lori Harvey right now, and you know she been run through in the streets, man. I'm just saying. Future ran through that.
I don't even know who that is. What's her name?
Was Future with her?
Lori Harvey. That's Steve Harvey's daughter.
I know she is. I didn't know Future was with her.
Yeah, Future was dating her. He like dumped her, and then Michael B. Jordan picked her up on the team.
Hey man, you can't judge anybody on their history, all right? You never know. You don't know.
Yeah.
Look at the Kardashians, man. I think they've been through the whole of America.
They ran through you too, Matt. Hey, I'll let the young ones, Kylie and the other one, run through me. I don't care. Run it.
Run it.
I know the missus ain't watching.
Nah, she's out. The kids are in the room. I'm grabbing them a dinner in a little bit, but she's out.
This guy.
So Carlos, you missed it. I was just asking, is there any other comics you guys wanted to talk about? at all?
I mean, I just quickly want to say that Noctera is my shit. Um, it's just it's so damn good.
Has the third one come
Um,
out, or is that next week, or this week
next
coming
week.
up?
Third
Okay.
one's not coming out yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Question, mate.
or
The Sentry. So I'm reading New Avengers at the moment, and they're like trying to make Sentry remember who he is. How come Marvel haven't really? Is he around still, or what's the deal?
He's dead. Oh no.
well, he's dead now.
King in Black. I don't know. So King in Black alluded to bringing him back.
Yeah.
The return of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
He's like a
tie-in.
Superman ripoff.
I feel like he's
So he's like
stronger.
Marvel Superman.
Kind of. Yeah.
What about Hyperion?
Hyperion would be the closest thing to that, but supposedly Sentry is even stronger than Hyperion. But I mean, I don't know. Although the way that Noah was able to just fuck him up, dude, that surprised me. The way that he just like shut him down
Immediately.
I was telling
Like
my
there
mate,
was.
he hasn't read King in Black yet. The guy that recommended me all these books that I'm reading at the moment. He's like, nah, I'm not up to that because he's still trying to build his way up to King in Black. And I was like, mate, fuck, way too early, King in Black. Probably been the best event I've read in a very long time.
Yep.
That's a fucking movie. If they've got to make a movie of it, they've got to.
Oh god.
Gotta.
I don't know, man. King in Black. Yeah, we didn't get to talk about that, but it just ended so easily. So it was such a cop out. Oh, we got the Enigma. It's fine. He's gonna completely overpower.
Angel, right? When he turned into that angel venom and shit.
Yeah, like he completely overpowered Noah. Like that's just some bullshit. Like it should have been an even fight.
Right.
It should have been more of an even fight.
I thought he was gonna die and then his son was gonna become Venom, but
Yeah.
I mean, bullshit.
Do I think that the battle should have been a little, obviously more even, more balanced? Yeah, for sure. But it was just a blockbuster event for me. You know what I mean? Like, it was just fun, man.
Four out of the five
Hey,
issues were great.
You understand more, Carlos? How does Null's sword end up with God Killer? Because that's
With
the
Gore?
same sword.
With Gore?
Yeah, with Gore the God
Yeah.
Killer. How does that transition go? Or how does Gore lose?
Here
I
comes,
know how he loses. How
here
he
comes
dies.
Carlos going, once upon a time. And then he
Yeah,
gets
so
tired.
once upon a time, Noah was in a fight with a race that they were basically blessed by the Enigma Force as well. And the Enigma Force ended up providing its power to a lot of different soldiers. They were in a big battle, and Noah ended up like wiping them all out. But in the process, he was weakened, and one of the soldiers was able to, wound him pretty badly, and they ended up crash landing on the world where Gore was. During that time,
Hold on. The battle happens, and who crash lands on Gore's planet?
Noah and the other warrior.
They're like fighting in space, and they just crash land into that
They
planet.
crash landed, yeah.
Understood.
And Noah was fucked up on the verge of basically dying, which is the scene that you see in Jason Aaron's Thor: God of Thunder run, issue number 3, I think, or 4, something like that. But anyways, and Gore is traveling with his family because they're basically looking for food. The world where he's at is
it's a
civilization.
wasteland.
It's a wasteland, and he comes across he comes across this sword, which is Noel's Necrosword, and he basically picks it up, and that's how he ends up bonding to the sword, because Noah's all fucked up, and that's where his rampage across galaxies killing gods starts.
So Matt, you're gonna see Noel in the new Thor Love movie for sure. He'll be like there because they gotta follow that timeline. But so when does he got the sword now, and you got all of the God of God Killer art going on. Where does King of Black take place now? If his sword is gone, how does he have it in King of Black?
dude, there is all sorts of shit that I mean, years of like fucking storytelling. But essentially, what ends up happening is that um, Thor ends up killing the God Butcher,
Yeah.
and he actually launches the fucking sword out into space.
Oh, he does. I thought he broke it. You're right. So this motherfucker caught it.
And no, what we see, what we see fucking like no doing is that he ends up basically taking possession like back of the sword, but Thor ended up like launching it so that no one else could use it. And that's basically what ends up happening.
Damn. So he ended up giving this guy the sword.
Yeah.
Back.
So
Damn.
that's it in a nutshell.
I forgot. I thought he broke it. I thought he broke it, Carlos, because I read God Killer a while ago. I thought he cracks it with the hammer when they're fighting, but he doesn't. He throws it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Thor single-handedly almost killed the whole Spider-Man universe.
But
Yeah.
King Black was dope.
They might play that into the new Thor movie, and that's like how you'll have the little tie-in of King and Black.
That'd be dope. I mean,
I doubt it.
But yo, Mandy, one last thing that I do gotta say. Remember when I said that it'd be dope and that Venom was probably gonna become the king of symbiotes, and that it'd be dope to see him traveling across space and see him in adventures and all that stuff, and you're like, nah, you're dumb as shit.
Honestly, I do not remember any of that.
No way that's gonna happen. No way that's gonna happen.
No, hold on. I agreed with the fact that you said that he might become the god of the universe, of the symbiotes, because that makes a little bit of sense. It's still dumb, but whatever. What I said was not gonna happen is he's not gonna go into space with Dylan.
Oh, with Dylan.
Yeah, gotcha. And I don't think he will go to space because of Dylan. He's gonna say, "I need to stay here with my boy. He's my boy. Gotcha. I need to live with him." And he's gonna give up the whole symbiote, being the god of the symbiotes. But
who do you think he's gonna give it to?
Nobody, because there's nobody that deserves it right now. Like it's just a bunch of like lackeys that's a bunch of symbiotes. But Scream seems to be wanting to do good.
Well, because Scream the symbiote is now held by Andy Benton, who ended up first getting symbiote powers from Flash Thompson.
So there's that. Flash Thompson, there you go. Flash Thompson's another contender. Hey man, you're good. You're the god of the symbiotes now, and because
it's gonna be the kid, man. The kid's gonna.
He doesn't want him to be in that world. You know, like that's a constant thing that he says.
Your birthright. You know, we're doing it like birthright stuff.
But didn't he take out? He took out he took out Null from him, but I don't know if that has to do like with all his power. Like if taking that out takes all his power. I don't know. If it's not Flash, it's not Scream. There was one more. Damn, y'all continue talking. There was one.
Hey,
Sleeper?
Hey, Carlos, you ready for Conquest and Invincible?
Dude.
Boy, I swear, man, I can't wait.
Oh, Gwenom, because Noel was so entranced with Gwen's symbiote.
Oh,
because he was like, "Hey, this feels like my children. It feels like my child, but it's not my child. I'm intrigued. I like this. I'm gonna take over you so I can have this." But it never actually happened. And that's in the Gwenom versus Carnage tie-in. So I don't know. I don't foresee Gwenom becoming like that far above everything. But
symbiote is she, Manny?
What's up?
What kind of symbiote is she, Manny?
I don't know. It's like a synthetic type of symbiote that she got in her dimension.
Yeah. So it was.
He don't belong. That hive mind don't belong to him.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this seems familiar.
It was created kind of like the Ultimate Universe version of Venom, where it was created in the lab.
So it don't have his hive mind, right? Damn.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, man, I mean that's pretty much it for me, man. I mean, Noctera is one of my favorite comics. I have right now. I can talk about Noctera all day, man. But for anybody that's like listening, if you haven't checked out Noctera yet, check it out. It's a great story.
My only issue with Noctera is that it's a monthly. It takes too long to get back around. Like I'm like, what happened the last issue? I don't know.
Yeah, man. I mean, it has some of the best and funnest universe building that I've seen in a long time in terms of the setting. You know, the whole post-apocalyptic type of setting.
Yeah.
I think that the characters are extremely intriguing. I want to learn more about, all of them, more about the world, more about what happened.
What are your thoughts on her brother? How do you feel about him?
I don't think that there's really anything like going on underneath the surface. I really think that he's just there for the ride, and ultimately, I think dude's gonna turn.
I think opposite. I think he's there to just cause trouble. He's gonna fuck something up. He's gonna put them in trouble. He's gonna get them caught by Blacktop Bill for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I thought you meant like he had a secret agenda against. Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, he's gonna be the cause of so much bullshit for sure. Yeah. And I think that ultimately he's gonna turn, and it's gonna create a situation, in Val where it's gonna just potentially drive her into the deep end, and I think that ultimately it's gonna cause grief. But that's where we're gonna see a lot of character development,
Yeah.
But I don't see him surviving past, I don't know, maybe 6-7 issues. What I do love and what I want to see is more of this idea that they were talking about of like different universes being what?
Matt put Noctera is overrated.
Oh, bro.
Hey, they ain't even paying attention. Carlos deep in thought, man. They ain't even paying attention to the screen.
Oh, so I'm about to pull up. I'm gonna share the screen. Just to end it.
We don't want to see your naughty videos, man. Please.
No, that's after the live. That you got to pay for that content.
That's OnlyFans. Log into OnlyFans.
Nah. Are you guys seeing the Noctera right now?
Yeah.
Can you pull up your bank account for us too?
I don't even know the own password, man. I don't even know it. I'm really liking these next couple of covers.
Ooh. Yeah, man.
Like this is a variant right here. That's all right. Oh, I mean that's badass. The background right here.
Yep.
But
yo, my favorite cover, one of my favorite covers. That's already on my pull list. You gotta get that. Yeah, you gotta get that cover, man. But for issue number 3, the middle one.
That is badass cover. Who does that one?
Dude, oh my god. Kodransky, from what I remember, or something like that.
It's showing Sisman. Yeah, there we go. Sisman. Simon.
Oh yeah.
Simon.
Yeah, Kodransky, something like that. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with his artwork, but
Sisman Kodransky.
The moment that I saw that cover, dude, this is probably definitely in competition for my favorite cover so far. I mean, that is.
I want to know what the point of this is. The little ring around her face shield or whatever. What's the point? They haven't really mentioned it.
It's like the shit that they've been dropping it like 6-7 months ago, like the Bloodshot comics. One guy got a mask and shit. It looked just like that.
Cause the brother has something that has like the X in the circle, like as an eye.
Yeah. They haven't told specifically they haven't said specifically what the circle does, but I feel like it's some kind of, I don't know, night vision along with additional light to fight the darkness. I'm not sure, but I dig it.
Okay.
But yeah, man, Noctera, the last thing that I wanted to mention, I love that title. My favorite titles right now are indie titles, man. It's crazy. So,
what about you, Matt? Matt, what do you look forward to most for this next month?
Writing Black, 'cause I haven't read it yet. But other than that,
Matt needs to look forward to some better internet speed.
Hey, them Aussies need to upgrade their landlines, boy.
while he comes back, Nuno, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm gonna start reading more Radiant Black. I'm gonna read it from 1 again to 3 since they're reread it. See if I missed any detail. Go ahead, Matt. We lost you again.
Yeah, no, I'll just say no. I can hear you guys talking shit. So I watch this. I watch you so I don't miss anything, motherfuckers.
Man, who said it? Who started talking shit, man? How could you? How could you?
No, I said writing about the Seven Secrets. Now, Seven Secrets is back from break. That's another one I'm enjoying and looking forward to. Obviously, Nightwing. But yeah, other than that, honestly, the indies, man. Marvel, I'm starting to enjoy Marvel more as well because obviously I'm just burnt out with DC at the moment. I think I got to that thing where I'm just too burnt out. Indies are killing it. Nocatera as well. Like I said, I get my comics every month now, end of the month, so we're a bit behind. But yeah, Nocatera, Radiant Black, and Seven Secrets are probably my 3 favorite right now.
Yeah. I was saying Radiant Black, and I'm really enjoying what's that title? I just had a brain fart. I'm sorry. Radiant Black and what?
Radiant Black,
Noctera.
No, I'm not reading any Noctera at all. Oh my god! Oh, the Ninja Turtles. I love the new Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
The 3rd issue for thing I come out yet?
No, I don't think so. I read 1 and 2.
Yeah, I couldn't find the last 3 months when I've done my ordering. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, and I have to get on the non-stop Spider-Man because you guys said it's going to be a quick one. It won't be like a 20-30 issue thing. So
wait.
Yeah.
On Nonstop, it's an ongoing. I have no idea how many issues it's gonna be. Spider-Man, Spider's Shadow is gonna be 5 issues.
Don't get.
Let's just hope for their sake and my mentality of how much attention I can give something. It's about 10 issues long.
Let's do it.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, with Nonstop,
it was Manny and Carlos that recommended it, not me. I didn't recommend Nonstop.
Yeah, I know.
No, man. You know that you're the fanboy behind Nonstop. Don't even try. No, I will say with Nonstop, I do want to just give it this first arc. I may drop it, even if it's really good. I may just drop it just because I don't like having 2 of the same worlds and not connecting like that. The fact that it won't connect, it pisses me off. It's just like
That's true.
I don't
know. So
know.
like the drugs will never be mentioned in the Amazing Spider-Man run. No.
Most likely not.
Damn. Okay, I get what you're saying, Manny. I just wanted to understand where you're coming from on it, like not being in the story. Damn, that does suck.
I will say that I am looking forward, like you're saying, indies. Shadecraft is really been like a surprise hit for me.
Oh yeah.
And then
still reading Crossways, Manny?
Crossover.
Crossover, that's the one.
That was the next one I was gonna mention. Crossover has gone down in my book, and I was gonna drop it, but then issue 7, what's his name? Chip Zdarsky or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be writing issue 7, and like the synopsis for it is like, wait, what is he doing here? Why did he take over my book? It's like Donny Cates saying, "What's happening? I tried calling Image Comics and they're not answering." Like it's pretty funny. So I want to see what's going on with that. But Crossover, I'm gonna give it a second arc, and if it's still not like I have to read it the next month or whatever, then I'll probably drop it. And I'm just looking right now. I talked to Carlos about this, but I don't know if you guys have seen it from Boom Studios. Good Luck. It's gonna be a 5-issue series. That looks really good. Check that out.
I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention earlier. I'm sorry. The Outcast has just finished up this month.
The Immortal
They just
Hulk?
dropped the last issue because it was like a 6 months delay. Like last October or August or September, they had an issue, and they literally just out of nowhere dropped it like 2 days ago. And I finished it, and it's pretty good. But I'm more confused than I know any answers. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Check it out, Outcast, the last issue.
Cool.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah.
Carlos. I think I had.
No, be good, man. No. The only thing that I was gonna say is I do have to put my absolute stamp of approval behind Shadecraft, like Manny mentioned. I just didn't even touch on it because again I could talk about Shadecraft fucking for an hour, man. But Manny, I do have to say I'm happy and I'm glad that you are enjoying Shapecraft because
that's good.
I kind of bullied him into it.
Yeah, I was like, yo, no, I don't want to get it. And he's like, it was like at least once a week. He was just like, did you put that in your pull list yet? Like, no, did you put it? I was like, fine.
Kind of like you guys were doing Radiant Black, and it was pretty good though.
That's exactly my point. Yeah, it's like
because for like a week straight, I was hearing about Radiant Black and the variant covers, and I was just like, fuck it. And it ended up being actually pretty good. Right. It's hard to keep indie titles. Sometimes they're hits, sometimes they're misses.
Yeah.
Best believe.
They're putting a lot of love and effort into it.
You best believe if you recommend something to me and it sucks, I'm gonna ask you for my money back. All right, like I'm gonna need you to send me some Venmo me plus tax and everything. I need my money back. No, but one last thing about Nonstop is at the end of number 2, Zemo shows up and he has something to do with this drug, or he wants the drug or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Zemo?
Yep.
Straight out of Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Absolutely. Yeah.
No.
No. This is the actual comic version. He's got the mask on and everything. He doesn't dance.
Oh, shit.
He doesn't dance. But he does say some like cool kid lingo.
You know.
Dude, this guy's got everything.
Cool. For real, bro.
I seen it, so I bought it. I'm gonna buy the other 2.
I love it. Damn, love it.
All right. Well, if we got nothing else to say, nothing.
I'm good.
All right. I'm gonna end it there, guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. If it's live here, thank you. Make sure you follow on Twitch. If you're not live, make sure you see us on YouTube. I'm gonna post it right now, right after this. We are on Spotify as well.
I got Great Gaster. Sorry, mate. I've got to go to Great Gaster, else I'll do it. But...
No, but other than that, appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Adios.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Oi.